What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, we are back with some more cricket match review here on the channel, and well, we had a deciding T20 match here between India and the Kiwis after a pretty good ODI series from India. They get here, it was 1-1 going into this final game at Narendra Modi Stadium. Of course, you know, the beautiful stadium there fits 100,000 people. I don't think it was sold out last night, but I tell you what, it was pretty damn close. The atmosphere was on fire, and they got treated to an absolute masterclass here by Team India with bat, with ball, and in the field by especially the man Surya Kumar Yadav, which we will get to. But hey, if you are new around the channel, subscribe, leave a like, and hey, comment down your thoughts below on this match, on the series. What stood out the most for you? You know, what's your thoughts on Ishan's form, Shubman's current domination? There's a lot to talk about through this series, and we've also got the statistics up, you know, to go through just to end off the video at the end. So let's do it. Let's get straight into it. Let's go. India, Kiwis. Wow. Obviously, India win the series 2-1 here, and yeah, complete domination, just made them look like it was a bunch of 12-year-old little kids out there, to be honest, the Kiwis. India, so they go in, they win the toss. Hardik Pandya, he sends them into bat first, which I thought was an interesting decision because I would have thought you would bowl first, but he went against the grain, and it's actually what they did in the IPL final as well, the Gujarat Titans, so he probably just followed that same trend, and it paid off big time because 234 runs in a damn T20 match is, yeah, you're feeling quite confident for the day on that one. So, but hey, let's go. Before we get into the scorecard, player of the series was the skipper, Hardik Pandya. I don't know if he gave that award out to himself, but look, probably fair enough. I mean, he did have a big impact with the ball, so... And hey, you know, for a lot of the discussion around Hardik Pandya's captaincy, he captained quite well this series. I know he backed in Shubman Gill, you know, bowling changes at right times, backed in Arshdeep Singh. Obviously, you know, we would have loved to see Prithvi Shaw play over Ishan Kishan, but that was really the only interesting decision that you could argue with. So, player of the match as well, which we're going to get into, but Shubman Gill, oh my god, Sachin would be proud, man. 126 not out of 63. He was dropped a few times, you know, a few difficult chances, but he took full advantage of it and said, lads, you're going to have to bowl a bit better than this, because everything, once he got to about that 45 sort of mark, he said, all right, it's go time, and go time it was. So 126 not out. Yeah, you're feeling pretty confident with that one if you're the man Shubby Gill, making your debut maiden half century, and then he went on and made his maiden T20 ton. And just to add to that, he is also the youngest cricketer ever to make 3 centuries in all formats. So I mean, that is like, that's before Shubman, before Virat, you know, not just Indian, but before Brian Lara, before AB, before Ricky Ponting, before all of the greats. You know, he is the first to ever do that, which you have to take some great pride in. Like, that is genuinely history making, and yeah, not bad. I mean, there's not much more I can say to that except outstanding. And I've been saying everyone say, you know, the future is bright for Shubman Gill, but the future's now. The future's now. He's here, and he has to be playing every Team India game almost in white ball cricket from now on. I literally don't care where it is, where it's being played. The worst thing that the BCCI selectors could do now would be go into the next series and say, Shubman, we love you, but you're not a part of it. And instead go with guys of, you know, KL, let's say, or any other options, you know, in that sort of top to middle order. So, yeah, when the ODI World Cup comes around, it's going to be interesting to see how they go with it. Does he pair with Hitman? You'd imagine, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Very interesting here, but he dominated. Ishan Kishan, let's talk about it. His series has been horrible, and his last, you know, I think 13, 14 innings have been atrocious. Simply just just hasn't been up to it since that double ton in the ODI. He's had a little flashes here and there where you just think, I don't know what it is. It's like, I mean, 1 off 3, you know, it was a decent ball. He tried to, you know, he tried to sweep it, and LBW umpires call in the end. So stiff. We would have loved to see Prithvi Shaw, of course. That's what I would have wanted to see. That's what I would have done if I was captain. But then again, I did like Hardik Pandya backing in Ishan because, you know, that's what a good captain does, really. So, look, yeah, I think Ishan will be okay, but he's going to want to, you know, tinker a few things before the IPL because him and Surya and Rohit are obviously those 3 big, you know, men at Mumbai. So he's going to have to sort a little bit out. Shubman Gill, I mean, we've already spoken about him, but 12 fours, 7 sixes, the youngest to ever hit 3 tons in each format. I mean, what can you say, man? What can you say? Shubman Gill, Sachin was there watching, nice and proud in the stands. Yeah, I mean, man, give this guy a pay rise. What else can you say? What else can I damn say? I mean, he's pretty good. So if he can, you know, start to translate, obviously he's shown his potential in the white ball game, especially ODI cricket, which I think ODI cricket will end up being Shubman Gill's easily best format. I think he will have a Virat Kohli-like ODI career. That's what I envision for Shubman Gill, you know, averaging low 50s for his entire career, you know, multiple tons, few double tons. Like, that's what I envision for Shubman Gill in his ODI career. But if he can start translating this to the T20 game as well, like 2024, he's going to put his name up in lights for that World Cup team as well. And for someone who's only 23 years old, he's going to get a lot better. He's going to get a lot damn better, and he's going to learn a lot more. Let's move on, though. Rahul Tripathi, another pretty good highlight from this game if you're Team India. How old is Tripathi? This is a big question. How old is he? 31. Yeah, man. I mean, it's obviously like Surya Kumar Yadav. He's only like 31 as well. So, you know, you never want to put a limit with age, but he has been around the block, the old fella, Rahul Tripathi. He's pushing 40 now, but he looked awesome last night. 44 off 22, 4 fours, 3 sixes. His innings is the exact way that T20 cricket should be played. I think that's a perfect way to describe the way he played last night. Went out there from ball 1, you know, gave him like probably did give himself 3 to 4 deliveries to kind of just push around the ball, get used to the conditions. But as soon as that happened, he was looking with so much intent. He runs so damn hard between the wickets too. He would be one of the quickest in between the wickets, and he played some Surya Kumar Yadav type shots, you know, on the knee, flicking it over the back of your head. You know, banging the ball like straight over cover for 6. I mean, he played some incredible shots that we've seen him play in the IPL. You just wanted to see it at international. And now for Team India, that they know they've got a guy like this who can play that 3-4 role and can come out with a lot of intent to go big. You'd feel pretty happy in the depth that Team India have when someone like Tripathi is unfortunately probably nowhere near T20 international team. If the World Cup was tomorrow, he wouldn't even be in the squad, but that just shows how good the depth is, if you feel what I'm saying. Surya Kumar Yadav, well, entertaining 24, he goes. The skipper, Pandya, a very entertaining 30 off 17, 4 fours and a 6. Everyone was just trying to get in on the action with Shubman Gill. And then Deepak, 2 off 2, not out, very inspirational at the end. So, yeah, 234. You're not feeling very confident as a bowling quartet if you're the Kiwis, are you? I mean, look, a few of these guys, they would be lucky to get a game at my local 4th club. But you know, Benjamin Lister, let's do it, guys. Let's talk about it. Who's this guy? Come on, let's not joke around. I was watching him last night. Oh, and it was his debut, so there you go. I do want to be kind and say congratulations on the debut. But man, you did not bowl well. Man, he didn't bowl well, and I'm going to be honest, none of the Kiwis bowled all that well. Look, you've got to go into a game with a plan with the ball, and they had a plan early, and it just disappeared into thin air come the 10th over. And once Shubman Gill got going, there was no one who had any freaking idea how to bowl to him. They tried Mitchell Santner, and he was, obviously you can only bowl 4 overs, but yeah, it just wasn't a good day for the Kiwi bowlers. Lister, it's time to go Lister job resume because cricket's not it, mate. None for 42 off 4. Michael Bracewell 1 for 8 off 1. Bracewell has had a really good last month or so, that's all right. Ferguson, yeah, man, sometimes his pace is too much for his own good. He thinks he's out there, bowling, a bunch of Usain Bolts out of the hand, but he needs to really start focusing on his line and length, because if he doesn't, he's going to continue to get smacked like this. Bring back the IPL. Is like when the IPL rolls back around, this is not the sort of bowling you want to be doing. Blair Tickner. Yeah, man, I'm going to be honest. I think this is his, 5th or 6th game, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. Beautiful mustache. He's got a he's carrying a football there. That's pretty cool. An Aussie football. How many games has he played? So he's actually played 17, 9 ODIs. He seems like a great dude. Good mustache. I know we've already said that, but has to be said again. Great mustache, but yeah, not to be for the man. I think it's back to Auckland for him, and figuring out what's his next plan in his career. 1 for 50 off 3 is Shoddy. 1 for 34 off 3. Really a non-factor, him and Santner, this match. None for 37 off 4. And Daryl Mitchell takes a wicket. 1 for 6 off 1. So, hey, just domination here with the bat by Team India. Not good enough with the ball by the Kiwis. And them, look, you're chasing 234. You have to be careful. You cannot go out there with silly intent just to put everything over the rope. And look, don't get me wrong, India bowled terrific here. But fuck me, there was some bad batting from the Kiwis. I just don't get some of the shot selection sometimes. And God, it can frustrate you when you're trying to watch a competitive cricket match and then they're just not giving up, because that's not the word, but just not reading the conditions or not reading the ball at all sometimes. Finn Allen, 3 off 4. Devon Conway, 1 off 2. Mark Chapman, none off 2. They were 3 for 7, wasn't it, or something? 3 for 5. There's your damn answer. They were then 4 for 7, 5 for 21. It just kept getting worse, man. It was like watching a train crash. It just kept getting worse. If that's an abbreviation you've ever heard of. Glenn Phillips, 2. Daryl Mitchell, he carried... he scored half of the team's damn runs. 35 off 25. 1 4, 3 sixes. The game was already over by the time he came to the crease. So he was just saying, I'm going to tonk it. Bracewell, 8. He hit a nice 6, but that was it. He got absolutely boomed by the man Umran Malik as well, who... Man, I just love watching Umran Malik bowl. He is... I know everyone loves pure pace, but when it's pure pace put together with an actual, game plan with the ball, he isn't, your sort of, Billy Stanlake, who, has lots of pace, but just bowls complete trash. Just short every ball. Umran goes in with a plan, which I love about him every time. It's why he's going to be so successful, probably in all 3 formats, to be honest. Bracewell, no, we spoke about you, Michael. Santner. Let's move on. 13, Sodhi, duck. Ferguson, duck. Tickner, 1. That's a career high probably there. And Benjamin Lister on debut. What a knock from him. None off 1. So congratulations to him. That's good for a debut. So they get bowled out for 66. There's lots of questions for this Kiwi team. Look, are they missing some guys? Yes, but there's no excuse for a performance like this, to be honest. They heard the nightlife was going to be good out there, and they said, fuck it, we're out of here. We're getting an early start on the beers, and look, can't argue with it, but man, It let us down. But if you're an Indian fan, man, you loved every minute of this. I just would have wanted a little bit closer of a match. But anyway, bowling though for the Indians, Pandya. Yeah, this has probably ticked him off to win player of the series for this performance. 4 for 16 off 4. Just quietly, I forgot to talk about it. Surya Kumar Yadav's 2 catches. I think one was off Glenn Phillips and the other one was Finn Allen. Wait, is this the other slips catch? Yeah, so they were the 2 slips catches. Just ridiculous. I mean, the man Surya, he has got some of the safest hands in world cricket. He also took a great catch out on the boundary. I think it might have been here. Yeah, it might have been this one. But anyway, yeah, his hands are as safe as you could ever want in international cricket. And yeah, this is how it's going to cap it off. Pandya 4 for 16. Awesome. Arshdeep, after an interesting game 1, I think it was, where he didn't bowl too well at the death. 2 for 16 off 3, so we love that. Umran, 2 for 9 off 2. Kuldeep, none for 12 off 1. And Shivam Mavi, who has actually had a good series, 2 for 12 off 2. I think he played an ODI as well, or he played 2, so yeah, good for him to get some experience as well. And hey, that is how it's going to cap off the most runs for the series. Shubman Gill, pretty clear there. 144. Daryl Mitchell was the next guy, and it was pretty much after that. Other than Surya, Daryl Mitchell, and Shubman, no one had an average of over 48. So, that kind of explains how the series went. Let's look at the wickets. Man, who else would it damn be? Arshdeep Singh, only 9 overs as well. 40, he wishes. 74 runs, 5 wickets, average of 14. Not bad. Pandya, 5 wickets as well. And the man Washi Sundar, who didn't play this match, had 3 wickets as well. So, he might have been at the top if he played an extra game. But hey, that is... Wait, what's this? Okay, I don't know why I brought that up. Anyway, that is how it's going to cap up the video, if I can speak English this morning. India, too good, too strong. Even with, a lot of guys out, they're still way too good for this team. And look, yes, the Kiwis had a few out, but some piss poor batting and some average bowling at times from them. But overall, Shubman Gill dominates. Pandya wins player of the series, and that's probably what you need to know. Arshdeep Singh is still a king. I hope we all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one.